We're not. Yeah, that was our low budget video music intro.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so we got to keep it low budget.
Testing out new stuff here.
That was our synthesizer / beatboxer mix combo. Whatever.
Where's the guitar?
Oh, that was a guitar.
That was a guitar.
Oh, guitar and beatbox.
Right.
I was way off.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to another edition of Sling Paint Gaming.
He's Berto.
And he's Nims. All right, so with our community rolled out, we've been getting some questions, and we have a forum topic just for video topic ideas.
Yep.
All right, so Jacob L. sent a video topic idea, and we've kind of covered this in a little bit of in previous videos, but I see where his question's going, and I wanted to explore it more.
Okay.
So his question is how to begin a list, and he writes. Want me to read it?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I thought you were reading it. All right.
I was going to say, how do you begin a list?
Oh, the hardest. Okay, so Jacob writes, the hardest. I'm going to read this right here.
Because I've got a really witty response to that.
You do have a witty response. Okay.
Yeah.
The hardest part, in my opinion, about X-Wing is once you've learned how to play, how do you possibly choose what to play? There's so many, many, many options. What is the first thing?
Ton.
Yeah. What is the first thing to decide when making a list? Is it a faction? If so, how do you decide or learn which faction is it going to be the one to play with?
So, you find a buddy, you create a YouTube channel, and you have other people send in lists so you can just play those. Yes!
That was a good witty answer. And that's how we got started.
That's exactly how I got. No. So for factions, it depends on what you're a fan of. I was always a fan of Boba Fett.
Right.
Through the movies. Even though he dies really stupidly.
He does die, yeah.
Dies.
But I didn't think George
saved.
Lucas, when he wrote the whole story, just that like he was going to be like the
Yeah.
one that everybody goes to and looks to and all of that.
He just looks cool with his gear and his helmet and everything. So,
so that's one option.
I lean more towards the Scum side. Now, when we started playing, Scum wasn't that big yet.
Yeah.
Now it's gotten huge. So
yeah,
there's
he's
a lot more
lover.
options.
Scum lover.
Scum sucker.
Okay.
That or Imperials. I like the Imperials, whereas Berto likes
the
Rebels. Even just look at our phones. Mine's Stormtrooper, his is R2-D2. That's just how we roll.
Yeah.
So I would say for factions,
So you're saying
pick what you like.
Right.
That's
a good. I like that a lot because I think that's what I stuck with. I stuck with Rebels a lot. I do. I have Imperialists. I have Scum lists. I played them all.
Yeah, I'm flying a Rebel list right now.
Yeah,
so.
But I fly a lot of Rebel lists. All right, so another option or way to pick out, and this is kind of a little bit harder, especially when you're starting out, is go to your local shops and see what everybody else is playing. So what they call that, or go to tournaments and see what everybody else is playing. But when you're new, you're not probably going to go to tournaments right away. But they call that the meta. What are people flying?
Yep.
Okay. And what I mean by that is not to build the list that what they're flying. Try to build a list that counteracts it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can look at the stats. I mean, we looked at List Juggler, which is a great thing to see what the meta is around as far as who's flying what. Like you always hear, Palp Aces and Triple Jump Masters are the lists to beat. Those are the ones that you most of the time will see at the top, top echelon of tournaments and stuff. But that's what you got to figure out is what is the meta, what everybody's playing, and then try to counteract those lists.
Now that's more for the competitive side.
Correct.
For the casual side, and our friends at Shuttle Tiberium will love that.
Yep.
Just pick what you want to fly.
Yeah.
Honestly, just have fun with it, because at the end of the day, the game was created for fun.
Mm-hmm.
We started off playing for fun. Yeah, we get a little bit more serious on the tournament side because we're both highly competitive people.
Yep.
But find a ship that you like.
Mm-hmm.
Find a ship that you want to fly.
Yep.
If you think it looks cool, build a list around that.
But that's like and that's kind of like if you ever watch the videos of the T-70s and the Baby Blues, and I know everybody's sick of drink. You gotta drink every time I say that. But that was actually the exact concept. So I had the same exact problem, and I'm like, there's just so many things out there. I don't want to fly Palp Aces. I mean, I don't want to do what I don't want to say everybody else is doing, but I want to fly something different, unique, and I want to learn how to fly it and fly it well.
Yep.
And I picked it. Did I win every match? No. Did I lose every match? No, I was probably in the middle of the ground.
Yeah, I think you ended up on the high side of. I would say
Yeah,
probably like
60,
65.
40, yeah, okay. But I did win some tournaments with that and what have you, some local store tournaments with that list. It was a simple list, but I picked it, I ran with it, and I kept running with it.
Yep.
So the first thing, kind of like what Nims is saying, take that ship, whatever ship you like. And I love the new T-70 X-Wings, and I love the original ones. And I wanted to build a list around that, and I wound up building 4 of them the exact same way. Do that. Like right now, I'm running a B-Wing list. I have a 10-nub Poe Dameron and a stress bot. I'm running that combination because I love B-Wings. I wanted to fly a B-Wing, but B-Wings don't get a lot of love. But how can I make it powerful, or what other ships can I put with it to make it powerful? And that's the whole thing with listing is like take the ship you like that you want to fly and make it work and try to see what other ships complement that ship. But be careful of too many handshakes. And what handshakes are the ships that pass abilities between each other and tokens. Because if your ships require that, like if you require to get tokens from another ship, that you're allowed to keep track of. But guess what ship I'm going to be going for? The one that's passing the abilities. So as soon as I knock that out, your other ship that you just built and on top of those abilities are now is gone. It can't do anything. So keep that in mind as well.
Also, I feel you should figure out what type of, archetype you're going for. Do you want to
good point.
be a swarm and fly multiple ships and just swarm them? Do you want to fly a jousting list? Comes in, shoots, then flies past them, turns around, comes back in? Or do you want to fly
the turret ship
or arc dodgers? Something that comes in, barrel rolls to the side, gets out of arc and lights somebody up, or a turret. Do you just want to fly a big ship or little ship with a turret and just pick away at people?
Right. And the funny thing is, like, I was just watching a list that won, I forget which championship was, but it was an FFG sanctioned event. It was 4 Hawks. I mean, if you ask anybody, a lot of people will say 4 Hawks. Are you kidding me?
I know,
but he ran 4 Hawks with unique crew. A lot of the like the Scum crew that he had, it was a Scum Hawks. And he ran 4 of them, and he took the championship. I mean, he won against Imperial Aces. He won against a whole bunch of crazy lists with 4 Hawks.
I would like to see some of those videos.
Yeah, I actually was waiting for someone to post. They had, I think it was a live feed, and I haven't seen I think it was from Twitch, and I haven't seen the videos posted over yet.
Yeah, because that's crazy.
But it's on our Facebook page if you see the actual list. But it's 4 Hawks. Again, he picked a ship that he liked and runs with it.
So at the end of the day, find ships that you want to fly. That's what's going to be most important for you to have fun with.
Yes.
If you're highly competitive, check the meta, check online, see what's winning tournaments, learn that list, fly it.
And just don't fly it once or twice. Like we say in our other videos, fly it several times.
Minimum of 5.
He says 5. I say 10. If you fly a list 10 times and then start making some tweaks to it if you have to. If you see a problem right off the bat.
Like if something just is not
working, like 2 or 3 games in, then make a change of course right away. But definitely don't get rid of your ships and lists because at the end of the day, those, I've always said a person that knows their list very well will fly and go against opponents very well because they will, if they fly against jump masters, they know how to respond. If they fly against pallet bases, they know how to respond. If they fly against turreted ships, they know how to respond.
Yep.
Just keep that in mind. But I definitely like your thing of like pick a ship you like and go with it because I totally agree with that.
I mean, that's how I built the Punisher list, the Decimator list, the ships I just thought were cool.
Right. Yeah, because I think when Nims first started, he was a big Decimator Defender fan. I mean, that's what he flew, and that's what he always flew. But then he started, we started getting a lot of OPLs, and he started playing other championship lists.
I started seeing other people's styles of play and stuff like that, and how ships work. And it opened up my eyes to a couple of different things. And now, I'm flying a Ghost, X-Wing.
Yeah, he's flying Rebels. I would never
and a Hawk.
He was flying in Rebels.
So I'm just not a Rebel fan, but I like the way this list works together.
Yeah. And you just got to find the groove. It may take you a while, may take you a month or 2, but just keep playing, keep at it, but don't keep changing a list. Just keep playing the same list.
Yep.
The other and last final probably thing that I'm thinking off the top of my head is once you start, we talk about my other list video. If you look at our flight school videos, when you start building a list around the ship or whatever the case may be, or around a particular pilot because you like their ability, just be careful with so many upgrades. Like, there's like certain like Soontir
Yeah.
Fell. Soontir Fell's got a standard loadout. He's got drink Soontir Fell. You got push the limit, auto thrusters, Royal Tie Guard with stealth device. That is a typical Soontir loadout. The Inquisitor, the Vader, all these ships have typical loadouts. Just keep that in mind. Don't try to reinvent the wheel as much, unless new expansions come out. If new
With
expansions come
new
out,
cards and stuff like
that
that.
might tweak something. Go with that, but just try and just experiment and go to List Juggler. List Juggler, I think it's like listjuggler.com or something to that effect, and you can see what all the meta and what people are running, what ships list, and they have all the tournaments, the major tournaments, regionals and stuff. And they actually have the actual lists themselves.
Yeah, all
of what
those
they're
lists
flying.
flow through there. They have to be input for the tournament, so
Yes.
that had to be collected somewhere.
And I believe that's on our resource page. You can check our resource page, look for List Juggler, and get that information there.
Yep.
All right. If you guys, the experienced guys, this was kind of more on the new side for the newcomers and newgoers. What do you guys recommend? How would you guys answer this question on how to begin a list? Help Jacob out. Definitely either leave it in the comments below or we're going to link to the video right to our community where this question is. Sign up, join, and help Jacob out.
Yep. And let us know while you're at it. Facebook.com/slingpaint. I tend to post a bunch of stuff up there as well. Twitter and Instagram too.
Yes.
Yep. We share some stuff on there. And
Sharing is caring.
subscribe. That lets us know that you like us.
Check out our store,
yeah.
tokens, t-shirts of love.
Exactly.
Bye.
See you next time.